What's up, comrades? Nightwolf here, and welcome to another video. Welcome to another kind of vlog style video. That's right, kind of a vlog, a little bit. Oh, the statues are still here. Anyway, I saw a video done by just some guy, which I'll have a card for, where he talks about all of the different art books that he has that, you know, helps him to draw, or that he's used as his teaching tools, basically, or what. But I saw that video and I thought, wow, that was a really good idea. That had some really nice books in it. Books I myself have not really looked into. I should probably do that, because drawing solely in an anime style, as cool as it is, might be a good idea to try and invest in some drawing in more realistic styles and whatnot. But I thought, I'm going to go over some of the books that I've used over the years. These ones are by far either my favorites, or the ones that I've either spent the least amount of time with, or the ones that I've spent the most time with learning. The first one is I didn't want to put this in a book or in a category where it was, you know, I didn't like it, because I have yet to use it, because this is about digital art. And I don't have a lot of digital art programs and whatnot on my computer right now. So this is kind of a more or less something that I will look into in the future. But from the inside, it looks like it's very... Sorry about hitting the camera. It's very informative. Looks like it's got a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, some stuff that I should probably read once I have more time for this particular style of book. But I didn't want to... Sorry, something fell. My bad. But, you know, kind of sharing... I think that this book is pretty informative and helpful. I don't know what the program is that they're using for it. It could be Paint. But the art inside looks pretty good. So, it probably has some pretty decent lessons to teach about digital art. So, there's that. I like this one. I bought that like years ago, and I still haven't had an opportunity to use it. This was a drawing book that I bought. I do not remember when I bought this. I really don't. It was a long time ago, but it's from Wizard Magazine. It's the best of basic training how to draw. And this is a book on how to draw superheroes. Basically, you could see some pretty big talents right there. Like Adam Hughes, Steve McNiven. A lot of guys in here. A lot of individuals. This mainly focuses on like the drawing aspect of like figures and characters, putting them in poses, the different ways in which some of these artists handle this. They also have some perspective drawing lessons in here that I really need to work on. Movement, shading. There's a lot of really nice basics in here if you are interested in learning kind of how to draw in more of a traditional comic book sense. And quite honestly, it's a pretty comprehensive book, I think. It's not the best, but I do find it quite informative and helpful. Teaches a lot of fun lessons, a lot of different art styles in here from different creators. Oh, look, there's some things about learning how to draw feet and hands and all sorts of stuff. A few things about sex appeal and female characters too. Different perspectives from different creators. It's really quite interesting to look through. Oh, look. Sexy. Anyway, there's your titillation. We're not going to talk about these books right now. First ones I'm going to talk about are these two. Oop, there's a pencil. But this is a ultimate guide lesson on how, or ultimate manga lessons from the How to Draw Manga. Oh wait, this is actually part of the same group and franchise. Never mind. This is from Antarctic Press right here. And it's about how to draw robots. I've used this in the past to learn how to draw robots. For those of you who are wondering, like, how do you draw robots? Some of the lessons I learned from this. In all fairness and honesty, it's not bad, but it's also not that great. I have a few Antarctic Press books. Some of them, when it comes to drawing lessons, and some of them are pretty decent. But I think it's kind of more or less like the aesthetic, kind of how they look, or how some of these artists draw. It's pretty generic and basic, and it's not really coming from a place where, like, they're actually been to Japan or that they've learned a Japanese art style. It's more or less them copying a Japanese art style. That's not to say that it's always bad, because sometimes it's very good and pretty comprehensive. But, I mean, you can see some of it. Some of it's okay. But when you look at it, it feels like it's just not quite up to snuff of what you would want from a book like this. I think it's okay. It's okay. I've used it before. It has some pretty decent tips on, like, how to draw robots. That's for sure. Some of these ideas are pretty good. Because they give you ideas on what types of stories you can write with robots, or stuff of that nature, you know. What kind of themes can you give your robots? That sort of stuff. It's helpful. It's okay. And yeah, it is by Antarctic Press. They have a lot of how to draw manga books, or a fair amount. Not all of them are great. Some of them are okay. I have a few that are done by Ben Dunn, who is, I believe he's the creator of, like, Gold Digger and whatnot. And I think Ninja High School or something to that nature. It's not too bad. I do have this. This is a ultimate manga lesson on how to draw manga. This is from... This group of people are very comprehensive. They're actual manga artists and whatnot from Japan. And they do give very, very well detailed, very long lessons on how to draw. They do teach a lot of really good lessons, I think. There's some really good stuff in here. You can definitely feel the manga vibe a bit more. It's pretty believable. You see a few different styles here and there as well. Like, they have some decent posing work. It's not... This particular one is pretty basic. This is like what you would give someone who probably wants to get started. In my opinion, you'd probably like, oh, this is something for a beginner. Because, well, it says beginner. So, obviously, you would give something like this to a beginner who's just starting out. And it does its job. And like I said, there's tons of these different books for multiple different scenarios and whatnot. And we have some right here. I don't know if I can go through all of them right now. But, well, these are not mine. These are my brother's. But you can see it. You know, things like basics for beginners and beyond, compiling application and practice, getting started, and one for compelling characters. And you can see it in this nice bound hard thing. A lot of these particular books in particular are actually very affordable nowadays. A lot of them are like only a few bucks, like about $5. The highest price I saw for some of these types of books are like $10. So if you see this How to Draw Manga logo and you're curious to see what they have to offer, check those books out. I highly recommend them. These were the books that I used for the longest time on learning how to draw manga style. These books right here, I spent the most time with. Or quite a bit of time with. These books, the Mastering Manga with Mark Crilly, who is on YouTube. He is a very talented artist and a very friendly creator. I really enjoy watching his videos. I started watching his videos on YouTube because I wanted to get better lessons on how to draw, especially drawing in manga and art and anime style. And I found his videos and I found them very informative, very casual, kind of like Ethan's videos. They're very casual. They're very well informed, easy to break down and easy to follow. His videos are really great, and he is a successfully published comic book creator. He has a few books, not just these how to draw books, but also many other books that he's done over the years. The Mastering Manga books, in my opinion, are very, very good. This is just my own personal opinion. I've used these things consistently for a very long time on trying to learn how to draw. These particular books, you know, they have such nice instruction. You know, inserts from the creator himself, you know, giving, you know, talking about how to improve and whatnot. And I really like that about his books, you know. He really does try his best to encourage people to draw and to get better. You know, he gives decent examples of all sorts of things, hairstyles, and something you don't see very often in any form of how to draw book, you know, drawing elderly people or drawing, you know, fatter people or things of that nature. You don't see those very often, you know, and you got lessons on drawing eyeballs, or there's a lot of those, you know, facial expressions, you know, how to draw the human body. He goes pretty in-depth in both Volume 1 and 2. I know he has, I'm pretty sure he has a Volume 3 that I have yet to pick up, but I really do want to. You know, also he has things like how to draw hands. These books are really, really good. I really enjoy them. This coming from an American artist and creator who has lived in Japan, and his family, his wife is from Japan. But you can see like really nice comprehensive guide on these instructions are just so simple to grasp. He breaks it down so easily that I think anybody who picks these up can learn something. Also, the one thing I love about these is that he keeps it very simple. The one thing that a lot of that some drawing books do is they give you not enough information or too much information. Where it makes it very difficult, very complicated to follow. Especially the how to draw manga books, there's a lot of writing, a lot of instruction, but not so much of showing how the instruction applies. Don't get me wrong, these books over here are fantastic, but this one is great for, similarly to that other one that kind of showed how you should, kind of stumbling over my words here, but you know, how some of those books are for beginners. These are also really good for beginners and advanced people too, I think. I've learned a lot from these. They've definitely helped me over the years that I've learned to draw. But anyway, I think that's just about it. I've gone and rambled for far too long. I apologize, but there's been some, you know, I'm still kind of contending with some personal stuff, but I'm trying to at least make a few videos. Also, I'm going to be gone for from about March 27th or the 28th to the 3rd of April. So there won't probably be a lot of videos on the channel for quite some time. And I do apologize for that. It's unfortunate, but I have to, you know, I'm going to be away. I can't just make videos when I'm out of town. Well, not really out of town, but a friend is leaving and I need to take care of her house while she's gone. So I won't have free access to my computer to make more videos if something does come up. But we're going to have at least one video this week and then one video next week. Next week, where I've already recorded it, we're going to do a Star Wars related rant video. Should be a lot of fun. But this one will be for this week. I will try and publish it as soon as I can. It'll probably be up on Wednesday, as will probably the Star Wars video. But with that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please, as always, do not forget to hit like. Shoot me a comment down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. Follow me on social media, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit notification, all that good stuff. I do apologize for this very rambly video that was probably not very helpful. I do apologize for that. But with that said, as always, do not forget to raise your nerd flags high, and I will see you next time. Elf's out. See ya.